And time now to take a look at what's making headlines around the world. And for that, I'm joined here in the studio by Clément Bonnereau. Hello, Clément. And you're starting with a story that came out of Israel in the last few days, with the Israeli press very much divided after the country's parliament passed a controversial law defining the country as the nation state of the Jewish people.
Indeed, the Jerusalem Post says the new legislation strikes a blow to minorities by refusing to recognise the equality of non-Jewish citizens. The paper reminds us that the Declaration of the Establishment of the State of Israel, as well as several laws, already state that Israel is the land of the Jewish people. As such, there is no need to anchor this status, says the paper, also warning that the bill is likely to add fuel to the fire by further delegitimizing Israel on the international stage. Left-wing daily Haaretz is also very critical. The headline of this article reads, "The Israel you know has ended. You can thank Netanyahu." The author calls the bill the single most gratuitously hateful legislation in the nation's history.
However, Clément, some papers have indeed expressed their support for the bill.
That's right. Israel Hayom, a very pro-government newspaper, hails the bill as a Zionist constitutional revolution. It says it sends a strong message to Israel's supporters and opponents abroad by recognising the historical right of the Jewish people to the land of Israel.
And not surprisingly, there's been very angry reaction in the Arab media.
The story makes the front page of Al-Quds, a newspaper based in Jerusalem. The headline reads, "Israel passes a racist nation-state law, drawing condemnation from Palestinian and European leaders." The bill opens the door to apartheid and ethnic cleansing, also says the Saudi-based Ashaq al-Awsat. Some very strong words there. This cartoon in the National, meanwhile, suggests that the bill enshrines into law the separation of Jews and Arabs.
Meanwhile, back here in France, papers today reacting to that ongoing scandal involving the French president's head of security.
Le Monde broke the story yesterday, and today all the major French papers are talking about it. The man in question is Alexandre Benalla. He was filmed in a video beating up protesters during May Day protests. "Beware of the gorilla," reads the headline on the front page of Libération. It's a reference to a popular French song. In French, gorilla, gorille, is also slang for bodyguard. Libération is calling the incident a major blunder, one that could damage Emmanuel Macron's credibility. Liberal daily L'Opinion agrees, saying the scandal could be the president's first major political test. Emmanuel Macron has been accused of trying to hush up the incident, this despite promising to be an exemplary president during the presidential campaign.
It's certainly sparked a wave of panic at the Élysée, the French presidential palace, hasn't it?
Indeed, Le Figaro slams the way that Emmanuel Macron has dealt with the whole affair. Is this what Macron's crisis communication looks like? Or is Macron's communication in crisis, asks the paper. Mediapart, meanwhile, accuses the president of burying his head in the sand. It won't work this time, warns the online news website.
And moving on to the US now, and papers have been responding to Donald Trump's decision to invite Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, to visit the US later this year.
That's right. As you know, the two leaders held a summit in Finland on Monday, a summit that sparked a wave of angry reactions in the US after Donald Trump appeared to side with Vladimir Putin, contradicting US intelligence findings on Russian interference in the 2016 elections. Well, Annette, the bromance between the two leaders is stronger than ever. Take a look at the front page of Daily News. Trump invites Putin to the White House. Who's your Vladdy?
They do come up with some fantastic front page headlines, I have to admit.
So much imagination. You can see a photo of bare-chested Vladimir Putin, of course, riding a horse with Trump sitting at the back. Time magazine has also reacted to this week's events with another provocative cover, this time morphing Donald Trump into the Russian president. The result is quite scary.
It is indeed. And if you want to take a look at the stories that Clément has just been talking to us about, you can, of course, head to our website, that being france24.com.